to an episode of Academically. Today we'll be testing the player's knowledge on joints. And remember, this is your host, Hayley. Let's meet our contestants. First up, we have Kyra Moss, who is a college dropout.
I love joints.
Not those kind, the human joints.
Why am I here?
Next up, we have Rachel Norwegian, an honor roll student attending Yale University.
I know I'm gonna win. I mean, look at who I'm going against.
And lastly, we have Kylen Train, a lady still living with her mom. Her aspirations is to study the effectiveness of medicinal herbs.
Am I getting paid for this?
First question, what are joints?
Isn't it another word for bone?
It's actually functional junction between bones.
Great job! Up next, what joint is connected by hyaline cartilage or fibrocartilage? And give an example.
Cartilaginous joints, an example are the disc in our spine.
Next question, name the joint that has a type of fluid surrounding it.
Synovial joint.
Now moving on, what type of joint has both a ball-shaped head and cup-shaped cavity? And give an example.
It's a ball and socket joint. An example would be your lungs. Dang it!
Chill! I'm all about peace, bro. The correct answer is ball and socket joint. An example would be the hips, because the hips don't lie.
Hips don't lie!
Stop the music! Moving on, what type of joint has an egg-shaped bone that allows forward to backward movement and side to side movement? Also, give an example.
I know this one. It's a condyloid joint, and an example is your knuckles.
Didn't even hit you.
Wow, that's correct. Next question. What type of joint allows for a type of sliding or gliding motion? Give an example.
I believe it's a skate joint.
It's clearly the drifting joint.
The answer is so obvious. It's the sliding joint.
Incorrect! The correct answer is a sliding joint, and giving an example would be your wrist. Shame on you. Next question. What type of joint acts similar to a door opening and closing? And give an example.
It's the hinge joint, and an example would be the elbows.
Wow, the players are finally getting back into the groove. Next question. What joint is turned inward at one end and turned outward at the other? And give an example of this.
That would be the pivot joint, and an example would be the ulna and radius.
Next question. What type of joint allows movement around only one axis? Give an example.
An example, the saddle joint is the answer, and an example would be a horse.
That is incorrect.
The answer is a saddle joint. An example would be the thumbs. Did you know that humans and monkeys are the only two animals with opposable thumbs?
Thanks for the facts, Kylen. Final question. This question is worth 100 points. Winner takes all. What is the disease called when the joints are inflamed and start to swell up?
It's arthritis.
Correct! The winner is Kylen Train.
This game's rigged.
Ugh.